You better stop and give her a treat.
I'm never stopping. Oh.
Don't, you're teaching her bad habits. Ace, you better stop. Abby. Abby. There's my girl. There's my happy girl. Hi. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, my big baby. Oh, excuse you. Excuse you. You my good girl? Hmm? You my good girl? Hey friends, my name's Jennifer. This is Abby. You're watching Moreau Family Farm, and today's video is going to be all about our cows. Just to give you guys an idea of how small Abby is, this fence right here is a 4-foot fence, and it's obviously not stretched out all the way. If I had to guess, let's see. Oof. It is so much bigger than her. I would say that she's probably standing at 30 inches maybe. Yeah. She's about the same height as this guy. I think she might be a little bit bigger at the belly, but he is definitely bigger at the height. But anyways, she is 10 months old. She is going on 11 months. And I have a feeling that she's going to stay pretty small. I would be very surprised if she hits 38 inches. But we'll see. They still grow for about 2 years, 3 years. It just depends. From what I was told, she is mini Jersey. I mean, she looks like it. I don't see why she wouldn't be. She's got the small stature like a mini Jersey. And her mom is a Jersey. She's not a mini Jersey, but she is Jersey. Probably mid-size. Not standard. But Abby, she is a camera hog and attention hog. That's what she is. That's what this girl is. She just loves her attention. And he just loves staring at her. But when we're ready to breed Abby, we will get her artificially inseminated. And I'm going to get her inseminated with probably not the same exact semen that she was bred to, but from the same farm. And it is, she was bred to Sure Shot Pendleton, and I believe the one that I want to breed her with is Sure Shot Bentley. I'm not 100% sure yet. I've got to actually call, and I want to find out, since they're both Sure Shot, that makes me think that they probably had the same father or the same mother or something like that. So I have to find that out first. I don't want to do any kind of inbreeding with any offspring. So if we end up keeping her calf, whether it's a bull or a heifer, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But if it's either way, I don't want to do any kind of inbreeding. I hear a chicken making a lot of squealing noises, and it's making me nervous. And Lady heard it too, so. I think what happened is one of the little chicks, not that one that's back there. Oh look, we have an egg. Not this one, but there was a little black chick that was just over here, and I think it got stuck in the fence. So I think that's why it was screaming. But anyways, it seems to be doing okay. I saw the little black chick run past me in a frantic. So, oh, I think it was this one. Well, then again, we've got 3 right there and 1 right here. So one of these babies was just stuck. They're getting big. They're starting to look a little bit better, but they're still kind of ugly. Was it you that was stuck, huh? Anyways, back to what I was saying. When we get the semen for Abby, I don't want it to be related to the semen that we got for Daisy, just in case we do breed. But as long as there's different dads, I believe that's okay. I have to do some research on that. And in my perspective of things, it's more about personality and trait. If you like the personality and trait of the sire or the dam, I think that's what it's called in the cow world. I'm so used to goats. I believe it's sire and dam for cows too, but I'll have to get back to you guys. Maybe I'll put something on the screen for you. But anyways, I believe that you can keep either same mother or same father. I'm not 100% sure. I have to do some research on it. And obviously I still have a little bit of time before I go ahead and order the semen for Abby. So I'm not really going to worry about that right now, especially since I don't know if we're going to be living here or if we're going to be living in a new area. I'm going to have to get a new vet. I'm going to have to find out who does the artificial insemination, who can hold on to the semen, who has the canisters to hold it and stuff like that. So I don't really want to get too far ahead of myself when I'm not really 100% sure of where we're going to be. But it's going to be exciting. I know that. Like I said, she is going on 11 months old. She's not there yet. She's probably like 10 and a half months, so we still have a little bit of ways. But when she is about 15 months old, we'll go ahead and breed her. So that's going to get here pretty quick. I'm praying that we'll be in our new location by then. So if she's 10 and a half months or so, we have about 4.5 months left before we'll go ahead and breed her. And that'll bring us closer to like July. So we'll know more around the July time of what we're going to be doing, where we're going to be at, and who she's going to be artificially inseminated to, or with. Who, what? How do you even say that? We'll know more about what semen she will be artificially inseminated with, which is really exciting. I am super, super excited to see what the calf is going to look like from Daisy, because I have a feeling it's just going to be a really beautiful little calf, whether it's a bull or whether it's a heifer. Either one is going to be really pretty. So Daisy doesn't quite care for chubs too much, and I just witnessed why, which makes totally good sense. But Chubbs, he's such a good boy. I mean, he really is a good boy. But when she's laying down, I notice he's been trying to hump her. And if I was her, I would be very annoyed as well. Poor girl doesn't get a break between Zeke always licking her back end and, you know, always being all up on top of her and not giving her space. This guy does too. I was wanting to really put him in the section where Abby is and let Abby come out with her mom for a while. Now that Daisy is dried off, she shouldn't have any more milk, I would assume. Anyways, I haven't checked her, but I don't want to stimulate her teats either, because she's not quite ready to give birth. And sometimes if you stimulate their teats now, you can open it up to infection. So I don't want to open it up. Her bag is not full, but her bag was never really full to begin with. It has been since towards like the middle of February, I believe, that we started drying her off. And considering we're at March 20th, I mean, it's been a month. She should be dried off by now, but I don't want Abby to go and try to nurse from her either, because it has been really hard to wean her from her mom. Every chance that she got when we were still milking Daisy, Abby would run in that barn and try to steal whatever milk she could. It was so very frustrating. And I'm afraid that if we let Abby go with her mom, even though I think it would be really great for Abby to get some social connection with another cow, especially since it's her mom. But you guys see where I'm going with this. We'll try it, see what happens. If the first thing she does is go straight for her mom's udder, then obviously it's not going to work out and we're just going to have to keep them separated. But I was really hoping that we can put Daisy and Abby together at least until the beginning of May, when Daisy's supposed to have this baby. So a month or a month and a half or so of Abby being with her mom would be really nice. And then hopefully at that point, Abby will be weaned off enough to where she won't try to go after her mom's milk once she's in milk. But we'll just have to take it one step at a time. This is the first time that we have kept a calf this long, but we know that we really want to keep Abby and keep her on our farm, at least until we know how much milk she's going to produce. Daisy was not a great milk producer, but it was supposedly her first time having a calf. And sometimes it takes a second or third time even to where they'll start developing more milk. But we really haven't had that experience yet to find out if that's true. We've only been at this farming life for 3 years, and we've never done any kind of farming before this. So it's really just a learn as you go kind of situation. Read as much information as you can, watch as many videos as you can. Thank God for YouTube, because I don't know what we would do without it. But it's all a learning experience, and until you get that hands-on experience, you'll never quite figure out what you're supposed to do. And you can watch all the YouTube videos, you can read all the books, but until you're doing it yourself, it's really, or maybe if you have an opportunity to go and visit a farm and see how they do it. And like, I'm a hands-on kind of person, and I've got to see things to learn how to do it. Listening and watching helps me a lot, but I really like to get my hands on things and learn that way. That's how I get the best teaching. So this is my classroom. There's somebody who I watch that I absolutely love her channel, and she says, let your waiting room be your classroom. And this waiting period, it is my classroom, but also once things start getting into full effect, that is my hands-on classroom, and I absolutely love it. I totally agree with that, and I totally agree with on your downtime to read and learn as much as you possibly can so you're ready. Now, as far as the calving situation, with her being pregnant, this is going to be the third calf that is born on our farm. So when we first started farming, we had a Highland cow, and she had a calf here, and you can watch that video. I'll plug it in at the end. And that was crazy. It happened at night. It always seems to happen at night, but it was our first time with a cow having a calf, and it felt like forever. And there was probably more that we should have done, but honestly, Highlands are known to just do things on their own, and they're very, very hardy cows. So they really know what they're doing, and that was not her first time calving. So we knew that she's never had any issues before. When we got Daisy, when she calved with her, we only had Daisy for 5 days. I was told that she was 7 months pregnant, and 5 days later after we got her, she had her calf. So talking about being put on the spot, we definitely were. We had a vet come out 2 days after we had purchased her to check her over. We knew that she wasn't very well. She had diarrhea and then sick, so she was on antibiotics. The vet said, I think she's a little bit further along than 7 months. I'm thinking more like 8.5. And I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. And then it was just literally 3 days after the vet was here that she had calved. So with her, we had to actually help assist. Not we, I should say my husband. He had to pull the baby out. She was having a really hard time pushing. The joint was kind of messed up when it was in there. It wasn't straight out, but she was a very small calf, but it was Daisy's first time having a calf, so it was a challenge for her, a learning experience for us. So we have learned an awful lot since we have had our farm. We are by no means experts at anything here, whether it's to do with the goats, the cows, the pigs, kind of experts on chickens, even though we tend to lose more chickens from death than any other animal. So the chickens, ducks, and one piglet. But my husband's raised chickens his entire life since he was a small kid. So you would think that would be something that we're skilled at the most. But unfortunately, you can teach yourself everything in the world, but sometimes things just happen. And there's really not a whole lot that you can do about it. You just have to learn as you go. But like I was saying, we're not experts in anything. No matter how long you've been raising an animal, there's always going to be a situation where you have to be retrained in that situation. And you just have to take everything with a grain of salt and just do your best. You know, you have to really just put your best foot forward. When it comes time to emergencies, you have to put on your medical hat and, you know, just get in there and do what needs to be done. You cannot be afraid and go into homesteading. You just have to do it. That's it. If you want to do it, you're just going to have to do it and not be afraid. So many people come and like maybe buy a goat from us or buy a piglet from us that have no education in anything. And I try to tell them as much as I can. And I think I'm pretty good at sending out the information that they need. And I always tell them to contact me anytime they want to find out more information. And I am always doing everything I can to make sure that they are prepared for whatever animal that they get here on the farm. Even like with the goats and disbudding, a lot of people don't like to disbud, and we don't like to disbud either, but it is safer for our farm and for our animals. You just have to do it. And after you do it once or twice, you're a little bit more at ease with it. It's not as hard anymore, and you figure it out. Same thing with neutering the piglets. Most people don't want intact piglets. We have taught ourselves how to neuter. Once you do it once, it's like, this is easy, not a big deal. But you gotta get your hands dirty and get out there and do it in order to be successful for the future. So even though we've only been in farming for 3 years, we have learned a plethora of stuff here on the farm, from decrusting chicken combs for frostbite. I'm sure there's so much more, you know, just helping with birth, with the goats mostly, but now even with the cows. There's just so much stuff to learn. And again, you just got to get out there and do it.
She kissed me.
Abby,
Yeah. Do you want to brush her?
you want me to brush her?
Yeah, I'm going to go get some snacks. So I'm going to go get like horse snacks or something like that?
Oh, you can get those apple treats.
Oh, apple juice would be good.
Okay, let's measure her really quick since she's standing.
Okay, I'm going to give you one apple.
You better stop and give her a treat.
I'm never stopping. Oh.
You're teaching her bad habits. Ace, you better stop. Abby, you better stop that.
So I got nothing to give her.
Well, you better get out of there then. Or here, give me the bag so she doesn't try to run you over. It's empty.
Abby, look. And she still eats it.
Now's your chance to get out of there before she runs you over. I'm telling you, she's going to chase you. She's all excited now. Go the other way. I want to see if she chases you.
What? I can't run that way because,
Well, she's not going to run it. She's not going to run you over in there.
and
She's just wanting to play. She wants to play. No, don't teach it. She's not a dog. You can't play with her like that.
No, but I just like to play.
I know, but you have to remember she's still a cow.
Yeah.
The careful. You don't want her stepping on your foot either. That'll hurt
Oh, yeah.
real bad.
Give me the shoes on.
You remember when Peso stepped on your foot?
Oh, jeez. Oh, that hurt so bad.
So bad. Explain to the viewers who Peso was.
Peso with the donkey, like a few years ago. We used to ride him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were riding him, he stepped on my foot.
Well, you weren't riding him
Well,
when you were trying to ride him.
Yeah, I was trying to ride him, and I ran at him, and then
You ran at him.
And then and then we were just kind of playing around. Was it in the pasture?
I think it was out there in the pasture,
No,
wasn't it?
it was. Yeah, it was out there in the pasture.
Yeah, that's
it was, and they stepped on my foot,
Yeah.
and I got really mad at
You were trying. Daddy was trying to help you get on top of him or something, but he kept on running off. So, Peso was, I think, before we had our YouTube channel, just about a year old when we got him, and he was super sweet, really great with people. He was a little pushy at times with people, but not too bad. But when it came to the goats, he started picking the goats up by their hair and pulling them. Obviously, that's something that we didn't want on our farm. And then also with Peaches, our Highland cow, about to calve, he would kind of bug her a little bit. And we knew that once she had her calf, it was going to be a really downward spiral. So we figured it was probably best to just rehome him. He just wasn't going to be able to do what we needed him to do for the moment, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, hey, Mom, do you know where those treats were? Because
The apple treats, that big bag right there.
for real,
That big giant.
I could have got that.
Yeah, probably.
Jeez, I thought it was the picture.
It's a big bag though, so hopefully you wouldn't have dropped it and then, you know.
Step on my foot.
Well, no, and then you'd have treats all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this video today. And, you know, if you're learning anything from our channel, or if you find our channel amusing or fun, or you just get a kick out of just watching the animals, then please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the little subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any content that we post, and like the videos, share them with your friends and family. The likes and the comments is really what helps our channel grow and allow more people to see them. And I really hope that, you know, there's some new homesteaders out there that can use someone like myself, that things are not always perfect. A lot of the times, these homesteading channels, they show you how to do everything, but they don't necessarily show you the mistakes. Where on our channel, because we're still learning, we think it's so important that you guys learn from our mistakes as well as our successes. So, hope you find this useful, and until next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.